Welcome back to my channel, guys. Here's a tutorial on this beautiful cotton candy ombre using Valentino Beauty Pure products. I'm gonna start off like always by pushing back my client's cuticle gently, and you can see that the extra skin or anything on the nail plate is removing. Now I'm going to be trimming their cuticle very carefully as well. If they don't have any cuticle, you don't have to do this, but when they do, then it's a must. It kind of prevents nails from lifting. It gives you a lot of more extra space to apply the acrylic, and it makes everything else look cleaner. Some people do it after everything because it could cause allergic reaction to the acrylic liquid. It just depends. You can do it whatever your choice or preference is. I prefer to do it before. Just be very careful not to put or overexpose liquid on it. Now I'm going to be using a medium sanding bit. Most of the time I use a fine one, but this time I decided to use the medium one because she does have really oily nail beds. So I'm going to roughen up the surface a little bit more with the medium at a low speed, of course. I'm using the Lax Spur from Valentino and Perfect Nude. These two colors together are beautiful. The one on the picture is not what I'm doing, but I kind of just had that picture and it was pretty, so I wanted to show you. I did apply the tips, and you guys have seen that multiple times. I didn't have to add it on this one. And I'm adding a thin coat of acrylic before I apply the powder. I did prep the nail with dehydrator and 2 coats of primer before this. A lot of people question the thin layer of clear acrylic. You don't have to do it. Reason I like to do it is because sometimes the colors can stain the natural nail. Sometimes it lifts a lot faster because it's colored. It's just a preference, because sometimes when you want to file the whole design off, you'll have at least a thin coat of acrylic rather than their natural nail. So it's your choice. I know I've had a couple of people comment on my videos asking if it's needed or if it's necessary, and it's not. It's up to you, personal preference. I'm going to show you a close-up of how small the bead is. Very, very thin and little. After it is completely dry, I'm going to be applying the blue, light blue, it's almost like a pastel blue acrylic. And I do this to all 10 fingers before applying the pink, so that way the colors will not mix and blend together. As I'm doing this, I am shaping the nail as well, and I try to go further than the middle of the nail, just because I'm going to be applying the pink anyways. That way you can blend a lot better. This acrylic powder is actually really good for ombres. It's not runny. It is a good consistency, and I use it with the Monomer, the Young Nails Monomer. I did get that question not too long ago if I used it with the Valentino Monomer. I have not tried it, but I'm using the Young Nails Monomer for this. And then just keep adding to your preference, shaping the nail so you will not lose the shape, and adding to whatever areas you need to, just so you can't see the transparency of the nail. I really hope you guys enjoy my videos, guys. I'm going to be sometimes translating them into Spanish. I hope I get this down, just because I'm not familiar with the terminology in Spanish, but I'm gonna try. So I do have a Spanish YouTube channel as well. It'll be the same thing, just translated into Spanish, so stay tuned for that. Then if you guys would like to see anything, like always, keep it on the comments, let me know. Just showing you here how I do it. It's pretty simple and it's pretty fast. This is a faster way to do the ombre, to me at least. I'm showing you a close-up. I'm applying it, dragging it down. My brush is not too wet, and then I apply a little bit more so it can be like a certain thickness, not too thick, just where I'm able to make sure the nail is fully covered. Now I'm gonna go in with the perfect nude. Try not to make this a dry bead. Keep it at the medium consistency and let it sit for a little bit before you drag it, because if you do drag it right away, it's just gonna not blend so well. And like I always say, to your, to what you see, you keep adding or, blending and all, adding blue or pink or nude, whatever it is you need to add to make sure the blend is there. Try not to get it close to the cuticle area because then it can look dirty or just messy. I always add a little bit of blue just to give it a little blend as well. So when I'm applying the nude color, I'm applying it thinly and not too thick because remember we're going to be encapsulating. Here I'm showing you a close-up on the thumb of when I apply the nude. As you can see, I blend it right away. The only thing is that I keep adding, but these are thin, small beads of acrylic. The reason I do this is because the color is kind of translucent. If it were more of a pigmented color, it wouldn't need it. And just keep adding until your ombre looks nice. Now just add the blue one to blend it in a little bit more. After everything is done, I wait for the acrylics to dry for a little bit, and usually it's when you're done with your last finger, and encapsulate it with the clear acrylic. I use the Young Nails clear acrylic, and remember not to make them thick because this is the last step and you don't want your nails super thick, just to where it seals the design pretty much. And I'm always shaping the nail as I'm doing this because it makes everything so much easier. Make sure you do cap the cuticle area because sometimes when you file, you tend to file, I tend to file the pink a little bit, and we wouldn't want that because then it's kind of hard to fix it. So you could either do 1 bead method, 2 bead, whatever your preference. Just make sure you're shaping as you go and not making the nail too thick. Here, you guys already know how I file. I do my medium-sized carbide bits, and using my Valentino dust collector, this makes wonders. It's so amazing. Then I'm going in with my 180-100 grit file and shaping and filing the surface to make everything even. As I am done, I did buff the surface because it's acrylic powder, so usually when I do just powder, I do buff the surface and just cleaned it with swipe. I'm going to be using this gel. It's a top sealer from Young Nails, and this is my first time using it. I like it, but I don't like it because it's a bit too thick for my liking, I guess. It's really good and shiny, but I'm used to a thinner application, I would say. But if you guys like thick gel, then go for it. It does do the job. That's why you see me messing around with it, but it's good. And when you guys see me cleaning the sidewalls, it's because sometimes it goes to the sides. So this is the final result, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching and learned how to do this beautiful ombre. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Continue watching if you guys would like to see more videos. Bye.